I assure you, Master, in just but a few cycles, Optimus and two others will be destroyed. I will allow it this time, Dreadwing, in honor of your departed twin, Skyquake. Thank you, my one true leader. I'll be surprised if we ever see him again. See? Told you.
Welcome to another Transformers Prime review. This time we're looking at the Voyager class Powerizer Dreadwing figure. Now I'm going to say right off the bat, I've been really looking forward to getting this figure for a while now. Even back when this is actually technically the repaint getting first, because this Skyquake was the one we're supposed to be getting first, and when the character Dreadwing was introduced as his twin, we've soon learned that we'll be getting Dreadwing, and happen to find out he'll be coming out first. And I think Skyquake is coming out in the next wave. I'm not sure actually, but either way, I'm really happy to get a hold of this particular version of the mold, because I really like the Dreadwing character from the show. And it doesn't help that he's voiced by the Candyman himself, Tony Todd, aka the Fallen in Revenge of the Fallen. Great voice, and does a great job for the character itself. Now we're starting off with the jet mode here, and it is a very nice blue gold with some black accents on it. It does have quite a bit of undercarriage underneath of it, but I don't mind it in this case, because it gives them a good amount of bulk. And the Skyquake / Dreadwing characters in the show, when they transform into jets, they're very bulky and kind of slow jets. So I think that actually works for the jet mode fairly well. It does have landing gear on the bottom. This one does move back, but the ones in the rear are molded into the legs. And you do see the hands in the back, and that is kind of distracting. The thrusters here in the back, or engines, whatever you want to call them, or just the singular one, is a little bit on the small side. It's kind of weird. The only thing that I absolutely cannot stand on this vehicle mode, which you can probably guess right now, are the tail fins, I guess you want to call them. I'm not sure what they're called. They're made out of pure rubber. I have no idea why. None of the other wings are made out of rubber. No other jet mode in Prime have these wings are made out of rubber. I have no idea. They're not necessarily pointier than these, and these are just standard plastic, or these, which are also just plastic. That's just kind of a, unless just to prevent them from breaking. Maybe they had these plastic beforehand, but they just had a tendency to break. Not sure. Kind of a weird move there, and they're always just kind of off to the side. He does come with his Powerizer weapon, which it's okay. It still has the lame gimmick of putting it back in. You can kind of see a little red LED light in there. My lights are so bright here, so you can barely see them, but you're not really missing a lot. I would have much rather have had the classic or more traditional Gatling gun that he has underslung under his arms. He does have a sword, which I thought was just kind of a throwaway weapon, but he actually does use it in one episode of the second season of Transformers Prime, so that makes this a fairly useful accessory. Jet mode is fairly solid. I wouldn't say it's the best jet mode we've seen in Transformers history. It does have some problems, such as the hands. The undercarriage is, even though it's a kind of a big jet, it still is a little bit distracting, especially the hip pieces right here. Just kind of throws off the balance there. But still, overall, I do really like this jet mode. So, on to the transformation. To start the transformation, first thing I'm going to do is unpeg these I can actually fold these back now. Help get the room out of the way. Going to pull these sections down, which will become his legs. And detach the waist from the bottom. Move the camera so you can better see. And move this section out of the way, collapse it together. You can see the legs now. You can pretty much do whatever you want with these since they're on a singular axis. You can't really change them up that much, but I prefer to have them back like that. I'm not sure if that's the official way or not. Like that, and you're done with the legs. And these pieces here are also rubber. And going to fold out the arms like so. Going to bring this piece back. This is a little bit tricky. There's just a lot of pieces that tend to get in the way of each other. Bring these pieces back. And gonna leave this up for now. And need to separate these panels here from the side, which are pegged in very securely. These will become his shoulder guards, like this. And move the head up like that. Fold out the section that has the landing gear in it. It will split in half like so. And fold up the landing gear. Fold in the nose cone. And this piece will actually fold out. You can see a little bit better. That piece will actually fold out, and that will move to his back. Got a little bit of a clearance issue going on right now. Not sure exactly what's a problem here. There we go. Oh, wow. Alright, yeah, the problem was that I didn't have this piece folded back all the way, and that just kind of made everything a mess. And now we can finish the torso, snap the head in place, move the arms in, place the shoulder guards like so. The headpiece, it's kind of weird how this connection is. I mean, it clicks in, but there's actually nothing that clicks. It's just more of a friction fit right there. And move these pieces back down a little bit. Move that up. You can see a peg hole right there, which you can use to store the weapon if you want. And there is Dreadwing in robot mode. Dreadwing in robot mode is just simply awesome looking. This is just such a nice looking figure. The level of detail they put into it, just to make it as accurate as possible, while keeping it a Voyager class figure, it's just top notch. If you look at zoom on in, see, he has my favorite thing, painted eyes. I hate light piped eyes. They just always make the figure look so dead, and I like that they painted his eyes red. Just makes a really cool effect. The blue looks awesome on it. I really do like these colors better than the future Skyquake model. In fact, if I didn't get the Skyquake one, I would be happy with just having the Dreadwing. Since, you know, he's a prominent character and Skyquake only had one episode alive anyway. Did show up as a zombie. And the back, pretty clean. No complaints about any back kibble or anything. Posability, he does have a little bit of head rotation that's actually pretty stiff. Like that. These details on his forehead crest are kind of soft rubberish. So they can tend to get a little bit out of whack. He does have a ball jointed shoulder with a bicep swivel and fairly standard elbow with a wrist swivel. No waist articulation, which is not surprising considering how everything locks in the waist. Ball jointed hip. Fairly decent knee. And if you want to get real technical, you can move the feet back and forth like that. And of course, since it is a powerizer, you can take his gun and just bam. See, even with the arms, yeah, just with how big and bulky this battery pack is. No matter if you have the arm perfectly straight, you just cannot get this thing to lock it in place unless you just take the gun partially out of his hand. Even then, it's still kind of floppy. Just these things are really poorly executed. I was kind of hoping you could at least like hold it on the bottom of his hand, sort of like his Gatling gun, but you can't. Just there's not enough space for him to hold it there. But you can have him hold his sword, which does make the figure look really cool. I really do like the design of the sword. I do wish they had a little bit of silver paint on it, similar to the paint that he has on his chest here, but you can't win them all. You can actually store the sword on his back here, which looks really cool. And you can, he keeps on following me, kind of see it through the back or front of it, which I don't mind. And you could, in theory, store the gun in the back, but that would just look retarded. So I'm going to just keep this aside and store a sword on his back, which looks really, really cool. All in all, I really, really love this figure. This is probably one of the, out of the post first edition figures, I would say Breakdown is the best and Dreadwing here is second best, because this is a very, very impressive figure. The transformation is fun and unique. The jet mode is really, really cool. The robot mode is... Oh, one more thing. The robot mode itself. One other reviewer said that this was about the size of RID Bulkhead, but that's not true. Because, well, I don't have the RID Bulkhead in hand, but he's actually a good bit taller than the first edition Bulkhead. But he's actually almost closer to first edition Optimus's. You can see that he is just a tad bit shorter than Optimus. And he is just a tad bit taller than Megatron, but he is definitely taller than the RID Bulkhead. And here he is, just for the hell of it, with Arms Micron Arachnid, the predecessor to him, as being second in command. Yeah, like I was saying, definitely get this figure. It's worth picking up. They were just cited in stores just real recently. So definitely pick this one up. Until next time, thanks for watching.